directed and guided to the tabernacle of the Most High. El Elo will be with them as their Elohim, just as the Elohim spoken of in the book of Exodus that dwelled with the Israelites in the Holy of Holies, within the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant measured 4 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet high, overlaid with gold inside and outside, covered with a lid called the mercy seat, with 2 gold cherub or cherubim sitting on top. And El Elo will wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there won't be any more death after that, because the devil will not be trying to annihilate the woman's seed, the Nubians, the seed of Adam. Nor will there be any more weeping and no more crying. And there won't be any pain after this, because there will be no diseases or sicknesses or persecution from the malevolent reptilian seed, because that which was of old times, his evil doings and schemes of deceit, has passed away. And he, Malachi Zadok, that was sitting on the seat, said to me, John, this is it. I will make this is it. I will make all things new. And he said, right, for surely these words are fact beyond any shadow of a doubt, and are amen, faithful. And Melchizedek, the leader of the deities, supreme deity, said to me, Yochanan, son of Zebedee, Malachi Zadok speaks. It is done. I am the Arch Elohim Mikael, who was the first of the Elohim created after the great light, whose very essence is green in the beginning and will be there in the end. I give the fountain of water, life, which is the way to the Father. And he who lives by the commandments of the Most High will gain eternal life, which gushes forth freely for those who were a willing sacrifice and thus are worthy to partake. He that conquers or overcomes the evils of the malevolent being, Diablos, devil, Satan, shall inherit or gain their way to paradise after being gathered and prepared. And I will be his personal El Elo, Yahweh, Theos, Allah. And he will be my adopted son, or become sons of God, just as all the prophets of the Most High, who made themselves worthy through their works of righteousness and not a physical concept. Even Yeshua was conceived of the holy soul, the Elohim Gibrael, son of Raziel and Zamael, both being sons of the Most High, both having a father and a mother, and sons of the Most High. And for the cowardly, the concealers of the truth, the evildoers, and the killers, and the fornicators, and the devil worshippers, and he who serves idols, and all the liars, all those who have given themselves over to him, they will all get their share in the fire and sulfur, that is fueled by their own desires. This is the second death. And there came to me Yochanan, one of the seven which had the seven bowls of the seven last plagues, that people will deny these plagues in diverse places as signs and punishments from the Most High. And he, the Elohim, spoke with me, Yochanan, saying, come here, I will show you the bride, Tammuz's, the Lamb's wife, who are the righteous, purified ones, El Mukhlasina, who have prepared themselves by purifying their minds and hearts, obtained by ridding themselves of the desire for the physical life and all its evil, and putting on an armor of righteousness. And he, Melchizedek, took me, Yochanan, by the soul to a big mountain, very high, and showed me the holy city, Nibiru, craft that crosses from one end of the sky to the next, coming down from the Orion skies from being with Elilo. John was in the spirit, which houses the soul, when the Elohim Michael took him. Man is connected to the spiritual plane even after birth into this physical world. It serves as an umbilical cord does to nourish the unborn child to the womb. Likewise, this etheric cord gives life to the physical body, which would otherwise be lifeless. Its essence was the glory of the Elohim, and its illumination was just as the general stone, which resembled a jasper stone like crystal, a quartz stone found abundantly in the Euphrates River. This stone was the stone used to describe the appearance of the Elohim Anunnaki, Marduk, Michael, when he is in the spiritual form. And it had a great wall, very high, which had 12 doors. And the 12 doors were 12 which had written on them the names of the 12 sons of Israel. Joseph, he will increase, a son of Jacob, the elder of the two, born to him by Rachel, and she called his name Joseph, saying, El Elo, add to me another son. Genesis 30:24. Then Genesis chapter 37, chapter 39, chapter 41, chapter 42, chapter 46 to chapter 50. Reuben, meaning affliction, eldest son of Jacob by Leah. Genesis 29:32. Simeon, meaning hearing. Levi, attached to the law. Judah, guidance or celebrated. Issachar will bring reward. Zebulon, habitation. Benjamin, son of the right hand. Dan, who kept falling, meaning judge. Naphtali, meaning my wrestling. Gad, meaning good fortune. And Asher, meaning happy. From the direction of the east there will be 3 doors, and from the direction of the north there will be 3 doors. From the direction of the south, 3 doors. And from the direction of the west, 3 doors. And the city's walls had 12 foundations, and there were written on them the names of the 12, those who you sent, who were for Tammuz, the land. And he, the Elohim Anunnaki, who addressed me, Yochanan, had with him a measuring rod to measure the city and its doors and the walls. And the city was square, and its length equal the same as in width and length. The Elohim measured the city with his measuring rod. It was 1,500 miles long and as high as it is long. And he, the Elohim angelic being, measured its walls, which was 144 cubits, as a human being measures, which is an arm's span from his elbow to his third middle finger, which was indeed an Elohim, yet in the form of a man. The walls were built of jasper stone, and the city was pure gold, reflecting from its gold lights and many lights from the stones that make up the breastplate of the priest, and like clear or transparent glass. And the foundation of the wall of the city was adorned with all kinds of generous stones. The first stone was jasper, a quartz crystal, sometimes seen with strips ranging in hue of colors. Second, the sapphire is a hard, clear, deep blue stone. Third, agate, a stone that is slightly harder than steel and gives off a high gloss when polished and a reddish color. The fourth, emerald, a transparent stone slightly harder than quartz crystal that forms a distinct six-sided crystal. The fifth, an onyx, a type of agate stone with two different layers alternating between red, green, black, brown, or gray. The sixth, sardius, a very hard red-orange stone that the Egyptians used to carve the image of the scarab beetle, and it is used to describe someone's complexion, also called the sardine stone. Seventh, legio, a chrysolite stone, yellow or orange green or olive green. The eighth, a beryl, a translucent or opaque, harder than quartz, and is yellow, green, or bluish crystal. The ninth, topaz, a hard crystalline material composed of aluminum, fluorosilicate, harder than quartz. The 10th, a carbuncle, a precious stone of a deep red hue. The 11th, a diamond, a stone made from pure crystallized charcoal or carbon. The 12th, amethyst, from the quartz family, purple or violet in color, a six-sided crystal hard enough to scratch glass. And the 12 doors were of 12 pearls. Every other door was one pearl, and what looked like a market street, because so many people are on it. The path of the city was of pure gold, and as if it was transparent glass. And I, Yochanan, did not see in it a tabernacle, because the Master El Elo controls all things. He is its tabernacle, because to him all worship is given. While on earth, worship is given to the Most High from a temple or tabernacle, as the children of Israel were instructed to build by the prophet Moses. And Tammuz, the lamb, is there, also called Sanand, and the city did not need a sun or a moon to furnish light, because it is self-sustained. The knowledge of splitting atoms and breaking time barriers and the splendor of El Elo shines in it and its light is the Lamb. And the nations of people that have awakened and accepted the truth from all over the world and have regained their God-like qualities and will all walk in the light of it because they have earned the right to be on the crystal city. And the rulers of planet Earth, those who remain righteous, not partaking of the intoxicants, nor prostrating to the image of the beast, nor fornicating with the harlot, will come with their glory and honor into it. And the doors of it will not be shut day or shadow hour, and they will come with the glory of the nations and honor into it. And nothing will enter it that is not pure, nor anything or anyone who does what is shameful or disgraceful or tells lies. No one who is not pure in action and heart and has been defiled by the harlot will enter. If any deceitfulness remains in your heart, you will not be allowed to enter. No one except those whose names are written are in the Lamb's scroll of life that is recorded by his Elohim, Michael, Melchizedek, who has been sent to prepare El Mukhlasina for the journey home by incarnating in human form to teach the chosen people. So he knows our nature inside out, our fears, our joys, and our desires after living amongst us. He was also there before your creation. You must learn to raise your higher self in order to be worthy. And he, the Elohim, Anunnaki, Malachi Zadok, showed me John, son of Zebedee and Salome, water of a river of the water of life. This is what the Messiah Jesus promised his faithful followers, John 4:10. The springs, rivers, and fountains of water of life located in what is called paradise, glittering as crystal coming out from the seat of Theos, which represents the kingdom of Theos and the Lamb. And the Lamb. The Anunnaki Elohim, Michael, Malachi Zadok, is called the Lamb of Theos also. For he, like the Messiah Jesus, suffered, who suffers and is persecuted for righteous name's sake. The Lamb's job is to teach the Ishmaelites in order to bring about a reformation and renewal of Al-Islam in its pristine purity, called Nuwaubu, your true way of life. In doing so, he must combat the evil reptilian, as he did in the heavens when Iblis, the one who rebelled against Allah by refusing to bow down to Kadmon, Zakar Adam, was cast down with his 200 helpers called cherubim, or the 200 disagreeable fallen Anunnaki. In the middle of what looked like a market street of it, with so many people on it, the market street is described as of pure gold, as it was transparent glass, meaning you could see right through it. The main street was the gold path through the city, and on both sides of the river was the tree of life. In Revelation 2:7, it says that those who overcome the evil one and his agents will have the right to partake of the tree of life. And here the promise is fulfilled. The tree of life is a symbol, or the tree of life as a symbol is first mentioned in the book of Genesis as a test for man. Cadmon and Nekabo were not to eat of the tree that was in the middle of the garden. Yet Nekabo was seduced and tricked by the evil whispering Chanes, the evil reptilian being, Halal, son of Shachar and Milita. This tree of life, which gives 12 fruits every month, which is almost identical to the description given by Ezekiel in the book of Ezekiel 47:12, and the leaves and the tree were to heal all nations. The leaves of the tree would be used to heal all the nations of Nubians who would enter the city. There will not be any more sickness or disease or death. And all who are cursed who are the descendants of the fourth son of Ham and Halima, called Canaan, whose real name is Liban, did not exist anymore. But the seed of Theos and Tammuz, the lamb in it, and his Theos servants, who are the aiders of Allah, Theos, Eli, Anu, El Elo, the Most High, they walked with the Lamb, no matter how hard the mission may have felt at different times. They firmly believe in Him and work for perfection, and who serve Him. And in the end, they will be rewarded for their works of righteousness. They will see His Theos' face, not in a literal sense. Rather, they will be allowed into the barriers of His presence, unlike during the time of the Israelites, when they were barred from entering the most holy place, where Yahweh of the Elohim's presence was in the tabernacle, and His name is in their foreheads from being servants of Theos. This is not the same mark of those who prostrate to the beast will have. And there won't be any shadow hours there. No need of a lamp, nor any light from the sun for energy. The crystal city doesn't need a sun or a moon because it is not within the pull of the moon's gravity. In fact, the planet Earth is under the light of the crystal city. The crystal city is outside your stars or sun's rays, yet it has no need of them. It has the energy of 1 million atomic bombs, which makes intergalactic travel possible. The inhabitants of it have the ability to split atoms the same way cells split themselves. They learned a long time ago how to break barriers and travel thousands of light years in 1,000 years or in one day, because the curious, the Theos, will give illumination to them, and they will rule forever as kings and priests after the order of Melchizedek, the head of the Elohim. And he, the Elohim, Anunnaki, said to me, John, son of Zebedee and Salome, that these words are faithful and are facts beyond any doubt. And the curious Theos of the souls of the news bearers sent his Anunnaki Elohim Malachi Zadok to teach his faithful servants that which must come about soon. This doesn't mean these things will happen right after John, son of Zebedee, and Salome had completed writing down the version of the book of Revelation. Rather, it means the events will happen so fast that they will seem to come right after another. First, the Anunnaki Elohim will come to prepare the way for the Messiah's return, and the end of the world as we know it. This is it. I am coming soon, which is a reiteration of Revelation 3:11. First, the Elohim Anunnaki Malachi Zodok will come down to earth in a human form, to dwell and guide the faithful. Then the Messiah, Jesus, will return. The world will not even know that the Anunnaki Elohim Malachi Zodok is here, because they will mistake him for the Messiah Jesus. Their concept of who the Messiah Jesus is totally wrong. The Anunnaki Elohim Malachi Zodok is the spiritual guide of Dr. Malachi Ziyok. It is his job to get the Holy Tabernacle Ministries ready for the end of the world. The Anunnaki Elohim Malachi Zodok's job of raising the 144,000 has finally come to an end. Speaking, I was raised from amongst you to show you the only true way of life, to show you the way to regain your godliness, to become the supreme beings you once were. Your rejection of me will mean torment and the suffering for the next generations, your children and your children's children. They could be the children of light, the 144,000. But first, you must know the truth. Then and only then will the Messiah return. It is all up to you. Blessed is he who guards the words of this prophecy, which is a state of bliss. For those who read the words of the prophecy and remain faithful, because they knew its words were true, they will be fortunate. They will receive all the blessings contained within in this volume. Which consists of 22 chapters. And I, the newsbearer John, son of Zebedee and Salome, saw and heard these things, and after I heard and saw, after I had heard and seen, I fell down to prostrate in front of the feet of the Anunnaki Elohim Malachi Zodok in reverence, who was the one who showed me all this. So he, the Anunnaki Elohim Malachi Zodok, said to me, John, son of Zebedee and Salome, don't do that. Worship is only for the Most High, because I am only a servant like you, and like your brothers, the news bearers, and those who guard the words of prophecy in this scroll. So prostration is only for Theos. And he said to me, don't seal the words. He said to me, don't seal the words of the prophecies in this scroll, because the time is near. The end is almost here. As for him who is in darkness, so leave him in darkness. As for he who is defiled, so let him be defiled. As for he who is righteous, then let him be righteous. And the holy, so let him be holy also. Whatever path one takes in this life, one will receive the rewards or tribulations of it accordingly. Those who are faithful and enduring will receive the rewards of righteousness. They will be with the Messiah Jesus. Those who became defiled by the things of this world, are led by the devil into wrongdoing, will receive the reward of wickedness. When the Messiah Jesus returns, there won't be any time for a man to change his destiny. It will be too late. Messiah Jesus speaks. Here I come. I am coming, and reward is with me, in order to reward everyone according to all they have done. I am A and Y, the beginning and the end. Blessed are they who wash their robes in the blood of the Lamb, by being persecuted for righteous name's sake, so that there may exist their authority over the tree of life. These will have the right to partake of it, the tree of life, and may enter into the city, the New Jerusalem, by way of its doors. There are 12 doors with 12 cherubim guarding each door. Well now, how come none of this is in the Holy Quran? But it is. Holy Quran, chapter 29:49 states, in fact, the Quran, is of the clear signs in the sudur, chests of those who were given the ilm, the knowledge, those chosen to overstand the Quran. And no one can deny its signs except those who are in a state of unjustness. Chapter 3, 198 states, but as for those who tremble at the mention of their Rab, who is master, they will have Jannah, enclosed gardens, underneath it, in which rivers flow. They will reside in it eternally. It is from the source. The crystal city will come down from the source, and that which is with the source